Welcome to our presentation regarding Canada's educational system. We are Camila Costa, Laura Murcia, and myself, Paula Ojeda. Here we can see the geographical location of Canada. This is precisely located in the north part of the American continent. Here we have the 13 provinces regarding Canada, and we have an arrow pointing to the capital city, that is Ottawa. So now we have some geographic information. So first, the population of Canada in the year 2016 was approximately 36,155,487 people. They have two official languages that are English and French, and as another detail, the name of the Prime Minister is Justin Trudeau. So now we are going to talk about the currency of this country. So the currency name are Canadian dollars. One Canadian dollar is the equivalent to 2,177 Colombian pesos. As a fun fact, once you take one of the Canadian bills and you rub the maple leaf, it actually smells like maple syrup. The education system in Canada is divided by each province. They are in charge, they are responsible for their own education. This is trying to reflect the cultural history and geography of each one of them. In most provinces, they have a normal age group, but in Quebec and Ontario, children are entering the public school system at age 4. Here we have some facts about education. One of them is that 5.6% of children attend private school. Also, the financial aspect of post-secondary education is mostly paid by the government. Some provinces have age requirements in some grades, especially when they enter the school system. It is also mandatory for all Canadian children to be enrolled in school at the age of 5. So here in this graph, we have the family leave. So first, in the maternity leave, moms have an approximate of 17 weeks after their kid is born. Also, the parental leave is shared between the two parents, and it's 35 weeks. And last of all, the adoption leave is 17 weeks.
Oh, Canada.
Take into account that there's no Department for Education or National Policy in Canada, we decided to choose one of the provinces, which is Alberta. In Alberta, they have a traditional focus on, which is the daycare, nursery school, and kindergarten programs. These two first are for preschool children. The kindergarten in Alberta refers specifically to the education program for children in the years prior to grade 1. Now, talking about the curriculum in Alberta, they have a play participation and possibilities childcare framework, which focuses on learning dispositions using play and incorporates learning stories as an assessment approach. Every child has the right to a free public education, and every child outcomes in specific areas, like language, arts, physical skills, and well-being. Now, talking about the teachers, they need to have a valid Alberta teaching certificate. They work with social development, enhancing it through broad interaction with adults and with other children in the school. Native Canadians can learn a second language. This is because the kindergartens provided this kind of programs, as well as kids from abroad receive extra help to learn English properly. In some kindergarten programs, a teacher assistant helps with and supports the delivery of the program. In special needs of language programs, the assistant has a more specialized role. Now, about the classes, they're based on the belief about child development and respect for a child's individuality.
Oh, Canada.
Kindergartens in Alberta are divided in ages similar to the ones that Frobel explained. Alberta makes sure that every kid will be prepared to find their passion and fulfill their potential. As Frobel said, education should prepare kids to be competent adults. They take into account that kids are not objects or empty containers. They treat kids as human beings, considering their talents, curiosities, creativity, and intelligence. They take care of their integrity. According to Frobel, in Alberta, every kindergarten program makes the safety of every child a top priority. They work to foment the interaction between mates of different ages. Froebel suggested play and environment experiences as the engine of learning. Also, he used songs, dancing, literature, and acting in their teaching-learning process. In Alberta, the kindergartens develop learning through personal and group activities, basing in interactions, organized activities, purposeful play programs, exploring experiments, and self-expression. They develop the intellect, taking into account the social, physical, creative, and emotional growth of every child. They learn how to share, cooperate, run, climb, improve muscle control, coordinate movements, memory, problem solving, independence, and decision making. As Froebel proposed, kindergartens in Alberta have an appropriate spaces for a learning process. Classrooms are dynamic environments.
Thank you very much for listening, and we hope now you're very informed about Canadians' educational system. Bye!